Unobox selection. Further to the selection of axial and plug fans, we would also like to demonstrate the process of selection of the other two categories of fans, box fans, also known as Unoboxes, and EasyFind grid. Okay, let's click again on the product selection icon here in the menu bar. We will select box fans and EasyFind grid so we can demonstrate to you how to configure it correctly. Once you click on the tab, the frame will turn red, which means that the item has been selected. Let's click on Continue. We are back now to the home page. To use this software most efficiently, we will show you how to set some filters. Click on the Options tab in the menu bar. A new window will appear with 7 different tabs on the left. Click on the Units tab and select the preferred unit of measurement. Under Density, you may enter a value between 1.1 or 1.21 kilograms per cubic meter. Choose which sound level type you want, none-weighted or A-weighted. Check or uncheck the Use Tolerance option. You may choose to enter different values in the search tolerance box as desired. By default, we choose to check the search tolerance box to filter all selection within the specified values. In this case, from -5% to 15%. Under the main view, by default, we use FEI. FEI stands for Fan Energy Index, as opposed to SFP, which is an abbreviation for specific fan power. Choose preferred currency in the pull-down menu. You can also personalize your selection by choosing the view. Input your contact information and select the language. Once you are done with your selections, click OK to set these filters. Let's now move on to using filters to narrow the search of fans. Look at the top left of the main screen. Under the FEI symbol, we see 3 rows of tabs. By default, all tabs with Rosenberg's logo icon in them are active. The first is the frequency. 60 Hz is a standard for North America. The second is the motor type. EC stands for electronically commutated type of motors. The third is the number of phases. It's either 1 or 3 phase. You can also select all phases. Once the selections have been completed, click on the box fan drop-down menu here on the left panel. Once you click on Uno-G, you can see an entire product range of all single or 3-phase fans with different voltages available. You can sort the selection by clicking on All Phases to list both single and 3-phase Unobox products under 200 to 277 volt, 200 to 240 volt, and 380 to 480 volt designs. Let's select this model here, 80-500-G.5HF. Now you can see here in the top menu the part number of the assembly, or the ART number, with the name and the description. Under the diagram menu, you can see the graph that is generated for this particular product line. Put the mouse over the graph and move the cursor over to the active area. Now, watch how the values change in the summary table here on the bottom. Once you are in the active area of the graph, right-click the mouse. You can enter your operating points here in the menu. As an example, we will use 4000 CFM at a static pressure of 2.2 inches. Now click OK. Note that the line goes off to the right and does not intersect our operating points, which means it may be too much for this type of fan. Look above here to navigate the plus/minus icon. Let's click on it. A new pop-up window opens with a number of fans. Now, change the number of fans from 1 to 3, then click OK. Notice that the graph has now changed, and the operating points intersect the graph. The values in the summary table show 4,000 CFM at 2.2 inches of static pressure. Here in this tab, we see 3 of R80-500-G.5 HF fans, which is our current fan selection. If you think you will not be using 3 fans, you may click on a different model. As an example, let's choose this option here on the right-hand column, which is 80-500-G.6 FF Generation 3. You will notice that the graph has changed. Now let's click on the plus/minus icon and reduce the number of fans to 1. If you check the summary sheet, you will notice that only 1 fan can meet the operating point. Once the operating condition is met, you can check the technical data, drawing of the unit, documentation, along with the bill of material tabs. Now, if you look at the Unobox curve, the solid top curve represents the box with 2 open sides. The dotted line is the straight-through airflow with reduced performance due to the box effect. Once you have reviewed all the details, you can print the selection by clicking on the printer icon. A new window appears. You can check on the compact option with a 1-page summary, or the detailed option, where you can select additional options such as drawings, wiring diagram, tender text, description, and characteristics curves. You may also choose another language from the drop-down menu. Once you click OK, a print preview will open up in a new window. Now, you are ready to either print it or save it as a PDF file on your computer.